Today, I will make sense of an American activity satire, film called BuIIIesl. Look out and fare thee well. Prescott Institute is an administration-run secret institution that trains young ladies into becoming professional killers. The head of the association, Hardman, brings them in as youthful as 10 months old to show them everything life, without direction from outside media. Young ladies at the Prescott Institute are prepared to be killing machines. They figure out how to take shots at 3 years of age with weapons that are taller than them. At the point when they turn 5, they are educated to drive, and by a year, they can handily enjoy a fast vehicle chase. Every day they practice various types of battling abilities, so when they transform into teenagers, they can be utilized for a few hazardous missions without being thought. The main rule at that Hardman remains by is no connections. Thusly, albeit the young ladies are all orphans, they have never been permitted to frame associations with one another. They aren't given any namesand, are known as their representative numbers. Presently, the smartest understudy in the foundation is number 83. She gives like an exceptional that she is prepared to be and battles the best among everybody. Yet, the no connections rule never sounded good to her. At some point, the young ladies are given the errand of jabbing a stuffed toy with a pen. While different young ladies do as told, 83 holds the toy to her chest. Hardman presents her as a terrible model and tears the toy's head. 83 has feelings stacking up inside her that are going to burst one day. As time passes, she develops into a youngster with extraordinary battling abilities. Her greatest rival is number 84, who has forever been the second best at everything. She eludes 83 and could kill her in the event that they weren't working for a similar office. 83 is the first in her class to be actuated, implying that she is sent on hazardous missions before every last bit of her classmates. As common, 84 is troubled about it, yet she has no power to protest. After being enacted, 83 goes on a few missions. Since she is a teenager, she is never associated with being a specialist. She finishes every last bit of her errands, effortlessly impressing Hardman. Nonetheless, she still yearns for the ordinary young life that she never got to live. In one of her missions, she is keeping an eye on an objective when she sees a party happening next door. Seeing the teens dance and have some good times makes 83 understand that her life isn't typical. She has missed a colossal piece of her experience growing up and doesn't need her high school years to go to no end. 83 chooses to escape from the Foundation and its liability the next chance she gets. Yet before that, she needs to realize what being an ordinary young lady really looks like. For this, she begins to assemble intel on teen secondary school life by watching films like Mean Girls, The Princess Journal, and Confused. Each time she is away on a mission, she purchases magazinestos subtly read them during exhausting gatherings. At some point, her propensity causes her problems when Hardman finds her perusing a magazine as he is advising her about a significant mission. He orders her to return to her faculties on the grounds that the following mission is very dangerous. An arms seller and the most risky lady in the mafia, Victoria was situated in the city 8 hours prior. She must be caught alive in the span of 2 days, or, more than likely, she will disappear again. 84 needs to go on the mission, trusting that it would make her Hardman's favorite, but 83 is given the errand. In the accompanying scene, we see that Victoria is in a development zone with 3 prisoners. She affronts them and takes their blindfolds off, all of it unexpected. The female prisoner uncovers that she is 83. In an instant, 83 assaults Knox and overwhelms every one of her partners in crime. She attaches a snare to Knox that goes up to a plane soaring over. Finally, they are pulled up to the plane, and 83's mission is finished. Yet, since Knox actually has her firearm, she focuses it at her. 83 gets the outfit and drops into the waterway underneath, while Knox is pulled inside the plane. When Hardman sees 83's non-appearance, he attempts to reach her on a gadget connected to her wrist. 83 escapes the water and hears him. Nonetheless, she doesn't answer, knowing that this is her main opportunity to get away from her previous lifestyle. She discards her watch and chooses to never look back. Back in the plane, Hardman is informed that they aren't getting any visuals or sound from her. He announces her innard and keeps cross-examining Victoria. Following that, 83 makes a completely new personality under the name Megan. She likewise moves into a secondary school in Newton and tracks down a family to remain with through a site. At the air terminal, the family comes to get her. It comprises of the mother, Mrs. Larson, her child Parker, and her sarcastic teenage little girl Liz. Liz is excessively troubled about Megan's appearance and struggles adjusting with her around the house. She finds it odd that Megan is amped up for ordinary things like riding the school transport. In any case, to satisfy her mom, she consents to help Megan around the school. On her most memorable day at school, Megan spruces up in a crazy outfit, making everybody gaze at her. Only a couple of moments in, a domineering jerk named Gooch refers to her as new meat as everybody chuckles. To make her feel better, Liz gives her less designed garments to wear. During the morning gathering, she is supposed to discuss in front of everybody as an unfamiliar international student. Prior to going to the stage, she meets a quirky youngster named Roger who deals with the A/V for the school's band. According to the motion pictures she has watched, Megan proclaims him a geek. She is acquainted with the whole school, however they make fun of her, calling out to her. Before long, they begin requesting that she return to Canada where she came from. When the reciting gets stronger, the school's band chief Money interferes with the group with a song. He is the most famous person in the school and is enjoyed by quite a few people. Megan is additionally immediately attracted to him. During the midday break, a few team promoters call her to eat with them, yet she refuses, assuming that they are mean like the team promoters from her #1 films. In science class, she again meets Roger and warms up to him. He is by all accounts drawn to her, yet all Megan can focus on is Money. The following day, she is loaded as Money's lab accomplice. Be that as it may, different young ladies from the class request that she pick another accomplice, needing Money for themselves. After the class, the young ladies tell Megan that Money likes young ladies who play the school's mascot. Megan comes up short to realize that they are attempting to set her up and goes to try out to be the school's mascot. She is chosen immediately and called to rehearse for the following game. During the training, a gathering of masked men run towards her and attempt to capture her. Megan utilizes her abilities to effectively overwhelm them, surprising everybody around her. She had felt that the concealed individuals were agents sent by Hartman, however it diverts out they are folks from an opponent's school attempting to cause trouble. By the time she understands this, everybody is recording her. They transfer the video on friendly media, much regrettably. In Prescott's base, Victoria is being held and grilled by Hardman. She is likewise mindful that his approach to taking a decent ute from little kids is off base. She calls him out for it, however. The man demands that he is doing it for a noble motivation. Victoria also shows extraordinary interest in number 84 and is wanting to utilize her to get away. They soon learn about the viral video of Megan and expect she is presently working for an opponent group. The following day at school, everybody is discussing Megan's remarkable battling abilities. She turns into one of the famous young ladies short term. Her day gets stunningly better when Money calls her to his band practice after school. At the point when she arrives at there, she meets Roger and converses with him while holding up for cash. Roger loves her character and registers that they share a great deal, practically speaking. However, Megan is too busy slobbering over Money to see that he loves her. Afterward, she is welcomed to a secondary school party Thathermenace. Gooch is tossing at his home. Megan is past energized on the grounds that she has just heard of such parties in films. While getting back that day, she is seized by individuals from Prescott. Hardman has expected that she is working for an opponent foundation and will not accept it when she lets him know that she simply needs to have a typical life. He infuses her with a reality drug and finds out she is really coming clean. Hardman feels qualified for her life since he taught her beginning and end she knows. He arranges her to get back to base in 2 days. Following that, his individuals dump her on the entryway patio of the house to make Megan appear as though she's simply drunk. When Megan meets Roger the following time, she welcomes him to Gooch's party. Be that as it may, since his dad is strict about parties, he won't go. Megan would feel far improved assuming that he was there since he is her only companion in the school. Sometime thereafter, Megan comes to the party with Liz, who was constrained by her mother to go with her. Amazingly, 84 is likewise at the party, presently going by the name Heather. Megan thinks Hardman sent Heather to watch out for her, yet Heather does not confirm or deny the case. Roger likewise comes to the party searching for Megan, however, is frustrated to see her kissing Money. Before the night's over, Money requests that she be his homecoming date. The next morning, Megan gets on the school transport to see that Hardman is veiled as the driver. He is there to caution her that Victoria has gotten away from Prescott and is intending to get back at her. He offers her to get back to Prescott, yet Megan rejects. Afterward, we see her and Liz driving to school when they are sought after by a veiled professional killer. While in a vehicle pursuit, Megan tells Liz the truth about her previous existence. They ultimately crash in a junkyard alongside the professional killer's car. The professional killer is lost, yet Megan perceives her to be Heather by the fragrance of her perfume. Liz is in the medical clinic after the accident. Megan needs to leave before additional individuals get there on account of her, yet Liz imagines that Megan attempting to forsake the family would be worse. Starting that day, they manage everything well. Megan educates Liz everything concerning her life as an agent. They shop outfits for homecoming together and prepare each other for the exceptional night. Liz goes out with Gooch, who has changed subsequent to investing energy with her at the party. Meanwhile, Chase and Megan go together. Megan had imagined that the night would be exceptional, however pursue Hardlight Hawks to her. In the wake of investing some energy with him, she understands that his whole character is being popular. She dumps him and goes to Roger, asking him for a dance. Shockingly, he declines and turns to his date for the evening, Heather. The young ladies quarrel over who will be his date and eventually get into a battle. They wrestle around the setting, obliterating the designs. Eventually, they end up in the kitchen, where Heather is going to wound Megan. Liz surprises Heather and stabs her in the leg with a corn canine stick. Then, Megan hits Heather over the head and dumps her out following that. The young ladies run back home to see that Victoria and her kin have taken hers. Larson and Parker prisoner. Megan battles them productively until they catch Liz. She stops opposing for the family's well-being, yet at the same time, has trust that Hardman will come to save her. Victoria giggles at her for being so gullible and uncovers that she was the absolute first Prescott girl #1. Like Megan, she additionally left Prescott for denying her of her young life. She challenges Megan to a one-on-one battle and loses her without any problem. Unexpectedly, Hardman shows up with reinforcements to help Megan and catch Victoria. They break in and take out Victoria with a sedative gun. Megan embraces Hardman, saying thanks to him for the assistance. In the last scene, she stops Roger on his drive home and carries him with her to a helicopter ride.